And I welcome you today to CSC Talk Radio. It's my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to be here with you today. You know, I've been on a roll lately, trying my best to encourage and call you to action. And do you realize what the inaction of we the people has caused? The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men and women to do nothing. Well, good men and good women have done nothing, and this nation is crumbling. The morals are down, the love of life is gone, and the true love of liberty is disappearing. Independence being pushed back for dependence. CSC Talk Radio is unique, in my opinion, in the fact that I am you. I am one of the deplorable females that understand and value life, and that life and liberty go hand in hand, and that common sense is being replaced with the elite who believe themselves to be intellectual and intellectually too smart for God and logic, and those things don't matter, and therefore they can't connect with us emotionally. We bring these issues to you on a daily basis, and if you can't hear me, it does no good. Today's show is going to be twofold. First, I want to bring back Michael Godar of Godar Electronics, and I want to discuss how we can bring CSC Talk Radio to you in a better way, a clearer way, as well as to others. Then we're going to talk about some current events of what I would call stupidity, making me doubt the capability of some women, the nasty feminist ones, and some men to govern, to lead, and to make any sense at all. Sheesh. The stories I've got for you later on in the show, you don't want to miss them. You maybe want to miss them. First, let's visit with Michael. Mike, how are you doing today?
Well, very good.
Oh, good. You know, I was out with some friends Saturday evening, and one gentleman brought up the topic of the TV channels here in this local area. And there's two channels he can't pick up. And I immediately, Rudy was with me, and I immediately turned to Rudy and I said, can't Michael help him? So you got talked about on Saturday night with my gang that I hang out with.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, we have a really cool HD or high definition TV antenna that we built, and it's called the Model HD3. And it's designed for indoors. You can set it up on top of a shelf. It kind of looks like an orbiting satellite. It's a very, very unique design. It has like twin elements and a pair of rabbit ears. But it picks up on an average between 60 and 100 channels, depending on your area.
Okay. Well, he talked about putting an antenna up, and I kind of teased because back in the day, you know, we always wrapped them up with foil when they weren't working. I said, well, did you use the foil? He said, yeah, I did. It didn't work. So I remember Dad taking the rabbit ears and moving them around and standing up or, you know, trying to move it around when we were kids, trying to get better reception. We've come a long way from that time.
Well, yeah, with this new digital signal, I mean, it's either there or it's not. You know, there's no in between.
Right.
But you still have to fiddle with the rabbit ears sometimes, you know, on certain channels. But yeah, this antenna does a really good job. It's been one of our bigger sellers since 2001. We've had it out on the market. So yeah, it's a really nice antenna. Really nice, strong.
All right. Well, we'll have to pass that word along and see if we can't get him back up. He's got two stations. There's three local stations. Well, there's really four, but there's three local stations. He doesn't have Dish or anything. And two of them that he just can't pick up. And he said it started here a while back. And I said, well, I remember one channel went down for a little bit. So I don't know. I said, I'm on Dish, so I don't have any problem. And I only watch one channel anyway. I don't know why I'm on Dish. But anyway, I wanted to mention that the DXR that you have, the DXR 1000, it's for shortwave. I want to talk a little bit about shortwave because you're a shortwave listener to CSC Talk Radio, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. Yes, yeah.
And
I'm in a shortwave fan since about 12 years old. I think I mentioned last show.
Shortwave is just a little different than the AM and the FM, and we have a different clientele there. And so I have listeners on shortwave as well as listeners on local radio stations, and I adore all of them. But the shortwave comes and goes on my people, and that's one reason when you contacted us, we were pretty excited about that because we thought we had maybe an answer for them. I know nothing's 100% fix, but I thought maybe we had an answer for them in the DXR 1000.
Yeah, that's a very, very good antenna. It's been out for almost 20 years. It's a telescoping whip and very easy to install. It takes up very little space. It's when it's fully extended, it's 69 inches. It's designed very similar to your CB car antenna, only this one is designed for your shortwave radio. And what's really nice about it is it really pulls in very strong signals. Now, we've had some complaints with the jamming signals. Believe it or not, in certain areas of the United States, we're actually getting like a kind of like a pulsating sound. Some people have mentioned that to me, and it's a jamming signal. But the antenna, if you have a really good selective radio, the antenna will really help get that signal through that.
You know, I had a military guy tell me one time that they were listening to me over there in the Middle East, and of course they were listening on shortwave. And I found that to be just amazing. I mean, you know it's possible, but when somebody actually tells you, well, I'm over here serving and we're listening to you there, I go, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Shortwave is pretty cool. It came out in the early 1900s, but what they do is they shoot the beam up across the ionosphere, and then it comes straight down. So what's really nice about that, you're not following the curvature of the Earth. So you can just put this antenna up just about anywhere, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, super high. And that's why our indoor model works quite well, too, which is the DXR 500. There's a lot of people that cannot afford to put something out, or, they're running the wires through the home and everything. So we have a portable shortwave antenna, the DXR 500, and that one is $50 retail, and you can hook that up to any radio, any shortwave radio.
All right. Well, I was thinking too that these are thin little antennas, and I was thinking when they're not extended to their full length that they would fit in somebody's stocking and make a good stocking stuffer.
Yes, definitely.
I'm always thinking Christmas, something different for everybody. So I, and it's sometimes for the guys, it's hard to figure out what to get them unless you get them. My kids always like the jerky and the spicy sticks and that kind of stuff in their stockings and money. But I was thinking an
antenna would be very unique.
Yeah, it would be very unique. But, there's a lot of people that are radio buffs. I mean, that they, like you, they like their shortwave radio, their AM and FM radio. That's why I say radio's not going to die. Everybody thinks radio's going to be gone. Everybody's doing social media and everybody's doing this and doing that. But I don't think it will, because I think people still like to turn on the radio. I hear the music. We're headed into a break. Michael, you hang on. We're going to talk about maybe what else we could do for Christmas for everyone since we're in that season. You're listening to CSE Talk Radio. If you have a question for Michael of Godar Electronics, give us a call at 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410. And Michael and Beth Ann, we're going to be right back.